All right, y'all, I got another good one for you. Today it's them new kids on the block, this 124 grain federal punch. And this is, I can tell you, spoiler alert from previous tests, never did a hard bone, but I can tell you right now, this is going to completely destroy that hard bone test. This is some serious, like the name implies, heavyweight punching, deep scuba diving, big expanding, hard penetrating, hot federal premium lead, Jack. And this is their first load solely marketed toward the civilian market, so it doesn't have that premium law enforcement price tag. It's half the price of their HST law ammo, but that don't mean it's half the quality. Federal ain't cut no corners. As you see the ballistics on the box, it's calling for a 124 grain projectile at 1150 feet per second with 364 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. That's pretty impressive for 124 grain, and just based off the ballistics, I can tell it's pretty warm over for standard pressure. This load is knocking on the door of a plus P Magnum load. All right, and y'all know the drill. At about a distance of 10, maybe 12 feet, give or take, I'm just trying to mind my business, have a good time, go shopping, or whatever godly duties I'm doing. And some damn gaboon done lost his mind trying to break for bad and run up on me like a dunce, swamping to stretch his dumb ass out with his goddamn 124 grain federal punch. Great day. I can tell you right now, just from cracking off that first shot, it's just some pretty warm standard pressure now. It ain't no full plus C Magnum load, but yeah, I could feel some power behind it. It's quite a bit more snappy and powerful than the standard pressure ammo I'm shooting. Yeah, it's warm for some standard pressure, I'll tell you that, Jack. All right, y'all, you see this first bottle, just massive blowout. Small entry, massive exit blowout. This will be the first 6 inches. Hit this second jug, which will be the second 6 inches. As you can see, jagged hole. And as you can see, camera on the back, the bullet stopped and almost exited out the second gallon jug, which would mean 12 inches of penetration. It struck that quarter-inch of plywood, which is hard bone, but didn't penetrate. That deep indentation means it would have fractured the rib or chest bone, but wouldn't have penetrated. But this 12 inches is more than enough to strike through both lungs. So if you took the lungs out, that's definitely a lethal blow. And as pretty damn powerful these federal punches, he would have instantly went down of hitting the lungs and the center mass or thoracic cavity. So even though this didn't penetrate hard bone, this definitely would have put that badass man down. And there goes that federal punch slug fully expanded. And this thing got some good expansion. Before I even go inside to measure it with my dad's caliper tool, I can tell you it's at least 60 caliber or better. I can almost eyeball these things out. I've been doing it for a while. And even though this did not penetrate the hard bone, it did enough explosive damage that it would have shut that bad man lungs down. And unlike its predecessor, law enforcement brethren, the federal premium HST, this did not strike, shatter, and break hard bones, something the federal premium HST did. And I was actually surprised. I actually thought this punch was going to shatter the hard bones. But what I like about this is these rounds all have that signature P, that capital P for punch in the back of them. So the trauma surgeon, or more than likely the opticianist, who's removing these slugs from the dead, rigor mortis, lifeless body of the poor sucker troublemaker who got hit with these, they're going to see that P and instantly knows, yep, this is a federal. So we're going back up to the house. So as I walk up, I'm gonna relay some information. The reason I do this test is because hollow point pistol ammunition is made to be effective on human beings. It's not like a rifle or a hunting gun. Pistols are made for one reason only, that's to shoot people. Hollow point pistol ammunition is made for one reason only, and that is to kill people. And I don't care what you use it for, self-defense, home defense, whatever you claim for, you got to come to the realization that your hollow point pistol ammunition was made to take the life of other people. And not only that, it was made to inflict as much massive damage to the body as possible to greater increase the chances of instant incapacitation and rapid expiration. And so if you can read through my medical terms, hollow point pistol ammunition was not only made to kill you, but to kill your motherfucking ass as quick as possible. So that's why I test ammo, to see what's gonna do the trick and take him up out of here. All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up with this 124 grain federal punch. I got some interesting test results today. Surprisingly, it did not pass the hard bone test after penetrating to those first 2 jugs, which means 12 to 13 inches. It lost all of its energy and it stopped inside the second jug. It put a big old indent in that 1/4 inch of plywood, so it probably would have fractured hard bone, but wouldn't have did any significant damage or broke it to pieces, unlike its law enforcement brethren, this federal premium HST here, which completely destroyed the hard bones, Ted. And that's why you can't just go off box ballistics and numbers on the box, because this federal punch is supposed to be more powerful with quite a bit more foot-pounds of muscle knockdown energy, but it did not have near the penetration of this federal HST law realm or near the expansion of the federal premium HST. As you can see, that HST is quite a bit bigger slug than that punch. And folks, that's what separates the premium law enforcement ammunition from the civilian ammo.